Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new series on this channel called the Raw Roundup. Very simple, very easy. I just look at what happens on the episode of Monday Night Raw and I give my opinions and takes on it. So this is for you guys, if you missed the episode of Raw, just pull up some of the all reliable wrestle effects. But we will be going through the entire show, including the promos, the segments, backstage, and every single match until the credits. Strap in and let's get going. So the show opens with Louisiana Knight, aka LA Knight, doing his usual banter about how Roman's a loser and he's scared of him because week after week he keeps saying the Usos, typical stuff he's been saying this like the past couple weeks. And then towards the end of it, he's thanking Solo Sikoa for his help and what they did last week, because last week was hype. And then he invites Solo out. And of course, in Solo fashion, instead of walking out to his music down the runway, he decides he's going to just say, yeah, and appear in the crowd somewhere. And it's really funny seeing their dynamic now, because I think they both know the position that they're in. They're both hot, and they're both just trying to. At this point, I feel like they're both trying to one up each other. They're both taking each other's catchphrases, and then LA Knight caught him. He was about to say what everybody's saying, and he's like, "Hold on now, I gave you two. You're not getting a third." And of course, the Usos have to ruin all the fun, and they appeared talking about, look at what we got. Look at these chains, freaking, with our oofalafas, tight shit. Get the freak out of here. This your one shot. Bow. I mean, come on, bro. Solo hitting that Matrix was tough. And of course, that made Jimmy and Jay mad. They asked for a match. And then Solo and LA is like, hold on now. We asking you for a match. So, match in the main event. Typical Raw shenanigans. Oh yeah, peep this, by the way. Solo is wearing new merch. This is not an ad plug, but he literally just stole Jay's shirt, which said warning shot, and then it said pew pew at the bottom, which is tough. I mean, you see I'm wearing a Seth Rollins shirt. I might in the future wear that shirt. I don't know, imagine you're in the gym. You got that on. And it's your one shot. Come up to me, what's up. Then we get Stephanie and Roxanne. Return of Stephanie Vicaire. Roxanne getting ready to job out one more time. But this time, of course it makes sense because former champ Stephanie Vicaire, big return. And Roxanne is the lowest tier in the Judgment Day, so it kind of makes sense. And I think she's the only one up until now that Stephanie hasn't beaten. So there you go. That might be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, that match was actually pretty dang good, even with all the Judgment Day shenanigans going on. They both were able to hit all of their moves, except for of course Roxanne definitely hit her all three of her. I like the work that they were doing. At the beginning of the match, Roxanne was working her arm, trying to weaken her down, typical heel stuff. And the Judgment Day got involved, pulling Stephanie off the ropes when she was trying to go for her Vicaire Inferno. But then Becky came out for the save. Happy about that. Just packs up both. Stephanie stopped Raquel from sneak attacking Becky. It was what's going on? Maybe a little friend. And Becky just takes her live. Easy, just throws her over the barricade. GG's. And then back in the ring, Stephanie hits her finisher. 1, 2, 3. Stephanie and Becky have another stare down, while Liv is just on the backside, picking up her title in her short shorts. With that feud, it's pretty interesting how the champion isn't really she's involved, but she's not. It's all about Becky and Stephanie, and Becky got the loudest pop out of all three of them, and it's crazy because I think she's she shouldn't, not that she shouldn't win, because like, she all three of them could be champion. And I was like, no, that's cool. But like she was like the bottom of the list for me. Like top of the list is Stephanie taking the title off of Liv retaining, and then Becky taking the title. Like I think that's the least likely one. But then again, it's Becky Lynch, and I don't think anyone would dislike a Becky Lynch title run. But that's just after that match, we got a backstage segment with Ray talking to Dom and JD, and typical Dom stuff. He was like, "Oh, you deadbeat. Yeah, the King of Luchador's not in the Luchador tournament, yada yada." And then this is one of the funniest parts of the whole show. Je'Von comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah," just boom, throws him into all that stuff. Yeah, it's like that. Goofy. If you don't know by now, I'm gonna say it again. I love Javon Evans, and it was nice. He got it. He got that back in blood for real, and they deserved it too, most definitely. Here, ladies and gentlemen, when the show picked up, because we got Dragon Lee versus Penta. Brother, like that was on par. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I think it was on par with the Ray and Chad Gable match. I think it was as good. Maybe not better. It was just as good. Of course, there's the viral spot where Ray was sitting on the announce table, and then Dragon Lee just flies off the ropes like a freaking torpedo, and just right into him. That's the best. That was a cool part of the match. The most popular clip. But like, that wasn't just the best part of the match. Like, dude, the near falls were insane. 2.99 of doom. Literally after that, he rolls back in the ring, and I'm pretty sure he goes for the pin. He kicks out, and then he gets some. I forgot what like counter or whatever happened. He counters something. I think he's going for probably going for Hurricane Rana. Like luchadors do. They do lucha things, and going for Hurricane Rana. Caught him into a Styles Clash. Back over 1, 2, kick out. But this match was also long enough. Like it wasn't just spot heavy, 5 minutes long GGs. But it was also long enough for them to tell an entire story, for them to hit all of their moves. And then Ray hits his finisher, and that's the end. It was one finish. Because Dragon Lee's finisher, he never actually hit his finisher, but he hit a bunch of cool stuff. And another thing I loved about this match was they did not slow down during the commercial break. Usually in WWE formulaic matches on Raw, when there's a commercial break, or SmackDown, whatever, when there's a commercial break, whoever was on top before the commercial break ended, it's just them beating them down for 2.5 minutes straight. But they were going back and forth the entire time, and the momentum of the match stayed even. Like they're both going for pinfalls, both hitting insane moves. Like for you guys who weren't watching like ad free, like I am, you are missing about 5 minutes of each match of how just bag work, straight bag work. There's a part where Dragon Lee's on the top rope, for like a splash or something. Ray Phoenix him with a spear kick right on the chin, goes for a pin, kicks out, and then Dragon Lee rolls through, hits him with like the stomp to the chest, like the Io Sky, Finn Balor type beat, goes for the pin, 1, 2, kick out. Like it was just quick, fluent wrestling. And that's the type of wrestling that I love. But yeah, if you missed one on that Raw, this is the part you gotta see. I don't care about nothing else. That's what you gotta see. If you're here for the wrestling, if you tune into WWE for the wrestling, watch that match. Next is the Obafemi and Braun Breaker contract signing. And I really enjoyed this entire segment. Right? You won King of the Ring, so what? You beat Brock Lesnar, so what? He was a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, and he could have been World Champion whenever he felt like it. Which is kind of true until he lost to CM Punk. But Braun was basically saying the only reason why Oba is as big as he is because Braun wasn't there, which is valid. Very valid. I loved how Oba responded to that. He was like, so you think... I don't know why I said that in his accent. So you think I underestimate, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about it. And then he says, if you debuted in 2002 with John Cena, you would be the face of the company. If you debuted in 2015 with whoever was the big dog, of course, the Roman Reigns, you'd be the face of the company. But this is 2026, and Big Daddy Obafemi exists. That's basically what he said, and I love that he was talking. He hyped him up just to tear him right back down, and then he signs the paper, and then he picks it up, and instead of giving it to Oba, he hands it to Heyman, and he's like, "You're gonna sign this, or get your daddy to do it for you," and he pushes it in Heyman's chest, like, "Dang." And like, yeah, it's like that. It's like that, Paul. Like, he don't act like he didn't see you shaking hands with Obafemi last week. He saw that. He saw that. And then he saw you having conversations with him. He sees it all. He saw it. In my opinion, right now, Braun doesn't need him. I don't think he really ever did, but like now, especially, he doesn't need for this build, especially. Braun needs to do it by himself. Especially since Oba is completely by himself. He has no allies. Heyman, I mean, Braun has the whole vision backing him up, plus Heyman. He doesn't need that. Especially if you're deciding who is the future, like who is the future, not what is. The vision's not the future. Braun is, And then of course, there's a brawl because no contract signing ends with just signing the paper and leaving. So there was a brawl. Theory comes rolling in. They start jumping Oba. Gets some space. He pushes them off while they're going for the spear. And he makes an example out of Austin Theory. Like, oh my god. Tossed him straight to the table. And Braun just backed off. Like, all right, cool. You packed up my friend. I'm out of there. And I think that is a sign that, one, they're not taking Austin Theory seriously currently, especially in this storyline. Like, he doesn't belong there. So never involve him again. And two, that it's symbolizing him potentially leaving the business. And I know we all want him to. I think he should just like Logan Paul probably is on his way back soon. Bronson Reed probably on his way back soon. And I think once one of them come back, just hand them the title so he can go somewhere else and do what he needs to, because the Vision's gone down severely. Like after I was gonna say after Braun Breaker got injured, the Vision was just. Then we get the Penta versus La Parka, which was okay. I mean, like, it's a Penta match, so it's great, right? It's always gonna be a good match. It's Penta, but especially compared to the matches before it, it just felt slow, and it's crazy, especially like during the beginning half of the match. La Parka was like tiptoeing up to Penta just to hit him with a clothesline, and he would like fall all the way back. Dang, why is it moving so slow then? Please pick up the pace. The pace didn't pick up until like the last 2 minutes of the match. Like Penta versus whatever clothesline I think he was going for, gets him on the ground, sacrifice, off the ropes, springboard, Mexican Destroyer. And like it was GG's. Like that's the only part of the match I remember, to be completely honest. Like, it was the beginning, it was slow, and then all of a sudden it was the ending. I think they sort of phoned it in because they're like, oh yeah, let's get Penta and Ray in the finale, and we don't care about you, La Parka, so just go out there and do what you want. Then we had LA and Solo versus the Usos finally, which was actually shaping up to be a good tag match. Um, stand for a Raw episode, like, good tag match, because they love having. At first, it was the Vision, and then they'd have a tag match in the main event. Then the Bloodline, they come out and have a tag match in the main event. Judgment Day come out, have a tag match in the main event. This time, Bloodline again, and it was the LA United and Solo. So those types of tag matches, they're okay. I also like Je'von and Big Cass. There's a reason I forgot about Je'von and Big Cass. You know why? Because Je'von should have won. Je'von should have won. I don't care. I don't care if it's Big Cass's freaking debut match. I don't care what city we're in. I don't care if there's plans in the future for Je'von after this win. Je'von Should've big ass. Like, no one likes you with your weak ass man bun, your bulging ass eyes. Please blink for once. No one likes you with your pointy ass ears, with your just got off of work ass pants, that weak ass belt, and those big stepping ass boots you got on. No one likes you, okay? The best part of this match was definitely when they took it outside and Javon hit the we outside where he spun around the ring or spun around the ring, ran around the ring and just dove straight into the barricade, sending Cass into the chair, hurting his back. And then instead of Javon rolling him into the ring, he just decides, there's no ref out here. Let me just Javon should have won. Now to the main event. When things are actually looking good for the good guys, they just randomly get jumped by some dudes in masks, and it's freaking OTM and Royce Keys. And the way he returns, the way Royce Keys appears, was insane. Comes out of nowhere while Solo, it's LA and Jay fighting by the barricade. And then they just get speared straight through it by a truck. And then he turns around and boom, Royce Keys with a big ass smile on his face. Like, here's my thoughts on that. I'm very interested, first of all, because I thought OTM was shaping up to be the next NXT tag team champ, but with the thing they were doing with, like, I don't know if you guys watch NXT, but they were doing this storyline where Bronco went to AAA and started doing his own solo stuff. And then at the same time, they lost a number of contenders tag match. Was it number of contenders? No, it wasn't. They lost a random tag match to Birthright because they got distracted by AAA stuff. And then Lucian is like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own solo stuff too. And then he competed for the Speed title against Lexus King, and then he lost. And then I guess after that, they both learned that they're stronger together or something like that. And then I was like, oh, bet. Now that saga's over. They gave Lexus King a title defense, and they gave AAA another star for a little bit. It was cool. But this call up was very unexpected. And I mean, for Raw, it's good because they do need more tag teams. I swear there's only like 2 on Raw right now. Royce Keys returning and just taking out everybody was also kind of surprising because I thought he would have only hated the Bloodline, but I guess he's just salty about LA and Solo letting him get injured, which he was getting brutalized by Jacob. Bang, that is the end of the episode. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this, and leave some comments down below about how you felt about this episode of Monday Night Raw. And let me know if you want me to keep doing a series like this, maybe for SmackDown or PLEs. I'm really excited for PLEs. And we have Sunday Night's main event coming up. Might do that. And we have Money in the Bank a month later. AEW All In. Want to see AEW stuff? Maybe. I will bid you guys adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang.